I asked for a 24-carat necklace and my husband made me this.
Is the husband a jeweler?
When I was 6 or 7, every time I went with my parents to other people's houses, I would always steal their tiny, sweet little baby Jesus.
Abduction.
I thought they were like a cute little baby for my Barbie.
Is that the ultimate sin? Do you think stealing a
Stealing
Jesus?
I think that doesn't get much worse than that. A few months had gone by. People around the neighborhood are starting to go, I think I've lost my sweet, tiny little baby Jesus. And someone else goes, I'm also missing my sweet little tiny baby Jesus. Then one day, Mum came into my room, opened up a tiny little purse and found out that I had 15 tiny, sweet little baby Jesuses. Doesn't this feel like the opening scene of a horror film? And it turns out she murdered 75 people.
It's really just the visual of opening the little purse with all the little baby Jesus in it is so funny. Once Torbs and I were having sex in a share house and somebody knocked on the door and Torbs went, Occupado, while he was inside me. I was Occupado, and so was the room.
Sorry, someone's already parked here.
Occupado? No.
Does he often say occupado?
No.
Why was that in his vernacular?
I have no idea. I've never heard him say it. I've never heard him say it.
Did he say it in a high-pitched voice?
No, he went, well, Torbs has
Did he
really,
grunt it out?
He's got a really deep voice, like, I can't
You go. You'll be right.
I can't.
Go on.
Occupado. Like it wasn't in like a sing-song voice.
It was like, occupado. This delivery driver texted this guy and goes, oh, what's your street name? And he's like, Little Marcos. And he's like, no, like the name of your street. What's more strange at a funeral? Having a big family group photo with a smile, or getting drunk at your mum's funeral and sending a late night text to a boy? We're going there. And getting brutally shut down.
Fuck you! Okay, well, neither are great. Both have happened to me. I actually asked him about this recently.
Do you want to name names?
His name's Ian.
Yep.
And he said that he was actually busy, so.
Children like to do what they see their parents doing. And so because I sit in my desk chair at home, Mabel goes, oh, that looks like fun.
Yeah.
And so she wants to sit in my desk chair, and it's like a swivel chair.
Yeah,
And because
right.
Mabel doesn't have much hair, I like to sit her in the thing, spin it around, and then do like Dr. Evil quotes. And it is the funniest thing, and I recommend it to everyone. So I say, Bridget, you sit in the other seat. Bridget goes, why? And she can just see the back of the desk chair.
Yeah.
And she can kind of see Mabel's hand holding them. So she goes, Mabel? And I go, yeah, shh.
Play along.
Then I spin Mabel around and go, $1 million. And it's the fucking greatest thing in the world.
We don't do pranks.
Oh, man, I'm so sleepy. It'd be a fucking shame if somebody pranked me.
My brother and his fiance are nudists. They live in Adelaide, and for their wedding, they have booked it.
Isn't Adelaide just the least exotic place you would expect a fucking nudist to live?
During the wedding, the couple and all the guests were expected to be naked for the entirety of the ceremony and the reception.
You know what? I didn't see that coming.
Really?
And I don't know why.
Right,
Yeah.
When I told my brother, I wish you the very best, but I'm not going to be able to make it, he was furious.
Oh. At least you don't have to buy the matching dress. Do you reckon they all get their pubes done the same?
Yeah. That would be expected, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Am I being a bitch and prude for not supporting my brother's wishes on his wedding day? I'm 34 years old or something. And the girl goes, I know you are, because you've got a wallet. And it was like this hot young cool girl who was 21, and she was like, yeah.
That cuts.
Yeah, and she goes, yeah, like we don't do that.
Because you remember back in our day, we had to go out. You had your phone, your digital camera,
Yep.
your wallet.
Oh, the digital
You know,
camera
you couldn't-
with the thing on your wrist.
Yes,
the little
so
thingy.
you had
yeah.
the strap on the fucking digital camera.
Yep.
You
That's
had to
why you
have
gotta-
cash as well because most bars didn't take card. So you're walking around jingling change.
Oh,
You've got cash, cards, ID, digital camera, phone. I mean, no wonder we're all traumatized. I think one of the most exciting things in the world, and I'm sure that you agree, is pulling up next to someone that you know at the traffic lights.
the best thing.
It is so fucking thrilling.
Awesome.
Torbs and I, we leave the house in our respective cars. We pull up next to each other, and Torbs yells out of his window, "Show us your tits!" Right? And I'm just wearing a jumper with nothing underneath. And he yells out, "Show me your tits!" being funny. And so I go like this, reveal my breasts.
Tony Lodge.
So we're both the first car in the, like at the lights, and I've got my tits out. Like my tits are fully out. And as I've got my breasts revealed
Yeah.
at the intersection where the Preston Market is,
Yeah.
I hear this. And a little man is scurrying across the way, probably on his way to the Preston Market.
Yeah.
While I'm in the car like this, full tits out, and my breasts are
Oh.
illuminated by the headlights of all the other cars
Yeah,
like doing stuff. And this guy is walking past and he's just like,
Oh my God. And he gets to the Preston Markets and goes, 5 cougars, thanks.
yeah.
We get back to mine where things got hot and heavy and I ended up in the position.
Great. Hot and heavy. Panting like a dog.
It soon became much more than either of us planned. I felt something behind me and I got excited because I realized he was using a toy.
Oh, sure.
I then realized that we were at my house and I certainly didn't have anything like that. So I assumed he brought it with him.
Kind of a power move.
That is a bold move.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You've brought this into my home.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, it's a toy. Okay, we're at my house. Okay, must have, like, I'm not hating this, but,
But you're
I'm just
like calculating.
starting to do the maths.
Yeah.
So I decided to have a gander at what was going on. And I go, oh, what have you got there? That feels really good. And he goes, oh, I assume it was yours. It was just sitting on the table there. I didn't bring it with me. That would be a bit of a power move. She's like, that's what I thought. I then realized he'd been putting my dog's silicon chewy stick into my puss.
Oh.
She goes, she says, it seems gross when you think about it, but I didn't hate it and we've been together for 3 years.